79 Nigeria is said to be deported from the United States of America on worst of worst criminal immigration. Take a look at the report.
In other news now, the United States Department of Homeland Security has announced plans to deport at least 79 Nigerians listed among what it described as the worst of the worst criminal aliens in the country. The persons listed were convicted of various offenses including fraud, drug peddling, assault, manslaughter, robbery, and related crimes. The Department of Homeland Security says the individuals were arrested as part of an intensified nationwide crackdown on criminal immigrants. According to the DHS, the move aims to fulfill President Trump's promise and carry out mass deportations starting with, quote, the worst of the worst, end quote. The Trump administration has continued its crackdown on criminal and illegal immigrants across the United States, with many Nigerians reportedly affected by the policy. Some other African countries listed are 18 from Ghana, 28 from Kenya, 5 from Burkina Faso, and 6 South Africans. Joining me now is immigration lawyer Andrew Thomas, who's in Lagos for more on this development. Mr. Thomas, I hope you're allowed back in the U.S. when you are done in Nigeria with all of these developments that we are monitoring. But define for us first, the DHS worst of the worst list under the current Trump policy. Is it different from what it was before Trump?
I don't think we should be the one parroting what they describe as worst of the worst. The Trump administration often highlights worst of the worst lists to justify enforcement priorities. That's a messaging strategy as much as an operational strategy. But I think the lingering question is, does this approach improve safety, or does it mainly drive fear in broader immigrant communities, including people with lawful cases who coincidentally may be out of status?
You know, some have said, why deport these convicted Nigerians instead of keeping them locked up in American prisons? After all, they committed these offenses in America, right?
Well, I can't speak to the offenses they committed. What I can speak to is that anybody who's deported is usually not a single moment. It's the end of a pipeline. And typically, if you end up on a removal ready list, it's because of one or more of this. It's either you are arrested by ICE, or you have a final removal order, or you missed immigration court and didn't get a notice and you were removed in absentia, or because you have felony convictions that trigger these harsh immigration consequences of deportation. So when they say worst of the worst, I saw some of the reasons why some Nigerians were being deported, illegal entry back into the United States. Millions of people do that too. I just believe it's more of a framing strategy to create fear in the broader immigrant community. Anybody who finds their way inside the United States has a right to the American dream. That's my position as an advocate of the law.
How does this fit into Trump's bigger immigration crackdown since last year? You look at the figures now, 670,000 removals, claims of 2 million self-deportations. Is this targeting just criminals or expanding to non-criminals, even amid raids? Because we see some American citizens have even been killed in the process. What's it like for Nigerians who are living in the U.S. legally?
Well, I think the more bigger question we should ask is, if Mr. Trump's administration says it wants to remove people who are a threat to public safety, what is the idea behind trying to narrow pathway for Americans who have a right to petition for their immediate relatives? That pathway has been narrowed for citizens, U.S. citizens who have immediate relatives in at least 75 countries. So let's assume the purpose is public safety. What of Americans who have a right to bring their spouses, their parents, and their children under 21? I think that's the more important issue we should focus on, because right from when the Immigration and Nationality Act was passed, at least in 1986, there's been enforcement priority to remove those who are a threat to public safety as a matter of efficiency, because those are the first that is easy to remove, because most likely they're in custody and these offenses are felony convictions that can't even give you any immigration benefit. But previous administrations have been doing that. There's nothing special about it. In case you don't know, during the Obama administration, he was more of a deporter in chief, as some people like to call him. He did much more than this administration. So that is not an issue. The much more important issue is those who have legal pathways. Why are those pathways being narrowed by the Trump administration?
Looks like the end of the journey, the American dream for these 79 Nigerians. But hopefully, the other Nigerians who are living lawful lives and who are in America legally can also enjoy their stay. That's our time. I've been speaking with immigration lawyer Andrew Thomas. Thank you so much for your insight.
Thank you.
Please, we have to be making good name for our country. Our country is bad. Our country is bad. We, the people that is living in that country, we are not behaving well. Let's call a space a space. We are not behaving well. We are not representing our country outside our country at all. Anything they are looking for, all those things that is not good, they must see Nigeria people inside. Waiting. Are we the only one all over the world? Why would they be calling only Nigeria, Nigeria, Nigeria? Leave it in the comment below. And don't forget to give me thumbs up. And don't forget to share. And don't forget to subscribe. As you do that, thank you and God bless you. And I will see you in my next video.